happened again. Sorry. Hello? She's not mimicking me. Hello? Hello? Her mouth won't move though. Testing. Her mouth isn't moving though. Are we back? Yeah. I'm hoping, like, I'm just gonna check this, even though I know that you can't hear it. I just want to see if it comes up on screen. Okay. So we'll see in a bit if the Pokemon spawn thing will actually work this time. If it doesn't work, then I'll try again a different stream. I'll wait until I'm off stream to try it. I won't try it again on this one because like it dropping every time I try is just, it's annoying. So let's just hope it works this time, and if not, then I'll try again for next stream. Just, not while live. Oh god. Do you like Kindergarten, the games? Because that's what we were talking about before everything happened. Can you hear me okay? I moved the microphone, I moved the tablet away from me. Well, she's still following my movements. Her mouth is not moving. I've been noticing that. Testing. Ah. Her mouth is not moving. I watched GT Live play them and I thought it was good. Same. It's annoying me now that her mouth isn't moving because I'm just looking at it and I'm like, your mouth's not moving. Come on. Testing. Hello. Ugh, there's something wrong. There's something else wrong now. I'm just gonna use these things. That one is literally called Love Ya. Also, what I really like about no, it's actually really annoying me that her mouth isn't moving. Do you know what might help actually? Hello, newcomer. Oh my god, it's not working. Right, so if you've been here for a bit, you know that the model has like preset emotions that you can click into. They're not working. Oh my god. And her mouth is not moving, and that's irritating me. Oh my god. I don't think I'm allowed to change it while I'm live. Am I? Actually, I am. I am allowed to change it while I'm live. So this is my little chibi. While I have my little chibi out, I'll just move this to the side. Or actually, I'll move it up here. There. Yeah, the mouth is gonna keep. Oh. Testing, testing. Now it's too high. Testing. There. Hello, hello. At least this mouth is moving. Right. Let me try the 3D model again, just to see. And then... Testing. Her mouth opens now! Yay! Thank God. Yay! Her mouth is back to moving. So, there are presets as well. So, like, right now she's, like, following my movements. And, like, she's opening her mouth and I open my mouth. But there's, like... Let's see, there's this one, where there's hearts in her eyes. And all that happens is just that there's hearts in her eyes. And this one, there's stars in her eyes, which is really cool. Then there's, like, joy. So even if I frown, doesn't matter, her mouth stays in the joy. And this is anger, which I don't like. Honestly, like, I don't mind the eyebrows going down, but the mouth just makes it look pouty, and I don't like that. Like, my little chibi, the one that you just saw on the screen a second ago, that one is a better anger than this one does. Then this is sad. And, like, if I smile... Oh, no, wait. So, yeah, they kind of see the smile with the sad one. But with the anger, like, no matter what I do, nothing will change. And this is neutral. Neutral is basically just going back to me. You're following me again. Look. No. No. I can stick my tongue out as well, like, look. What else? Oh, yeah, and you can puff your cheeks. Which is just really funny. So, there's... And then you can change the background as well, which is cool. This is, I've been switching between these two, so this one I really like, and this one I really like, so those are my two backgrounds I jump back and forth. They're not my backgrounds, to be clear. They're free backgrounds that, like, Prime Live Studio has, that you can switch between. There's so many different backgrounds, right? You know, it's just, like, these two are the ones that I like. It's still not showing the Pokemon. Look at this. It's still not showing it. That's annoying. All the hard work I put into it, and they're still not showing the Pokemon. So if you're new in chat, there's a Pokemon community game in chat, and I tried to have it that you could see the little sprite of the Pokemon show up, and it's not working. I'm not gonna try and get it to work again, because every time I've tried to, like, go and, like, set it up, it makes the stream drop, so I'm not gonna do that again. So it didn't work, so I'll try again later off screen. So the thing that I literally named the stream right after the K-pop demon slayers. I keep saying slayers instead of hunters. I don't know what that's about. It's hunters. I've just been getting distracted by everything. But we were talking about, before the stream dropped last time, about Kindergarten 3. Because I noticed on my notifications that GT Live was showing Kindergarten 3. Just vibe into the music. Okay. I need to remember to keep sound alerts on my phone so that way I can actually see what you're doing. And if I need to like replay a sound alert, I can. I'm just like vibing to the music right now. Is there any topics any of you want to talk about, or because like my few things were Seto Kaiba, and I haven't really started to talk about anything. I was just like, right, Seto Kaiba, because like he recently came up on my TikTok feed, and I was like, oh my god, yeah, I remember Seto Kaiba, I love him. So I was like, that's something I could talk about. There's what were the other topics? Oh yeah, KD, the K-pop Hunter. The K-pop Demon Hunters movie that came out literally just the other day, and then I have so much like anger about MHA that I could talk about that for a while. And Secret of the Mimic came out as well, that I could talk about that too. But now there's also Kindergarten 3. And there was Kindergarten 3 as well. So like that's like 5 topics. Sato Kaiba, K-pop, Demon Hunters, MHA, Secret of the Mimic, and Kindergarten 3. That's 5 topics. I keep seeing K-pop Demon Hunter clips, but I haven't seen it. Honestly, go watch it. There are like if you don't have Netflix because it's on Netflix, there are ways to watch it without Netflix because the very first watch that I watched of Demon Hunters, sorry, not Slayers, Hunters, is I watched it on a movie site first because I wasn't logged into Netflix on my tablet, so I was like, "Fuck this," and I just went online and watched it off an like a site first, and then later on when I was rewatching it with my mom, uh, it was her TV is logged into Netflix, so we just watched it off Netflix, and it was because I was planning to watch it alone, and then I said it to her. Yes, I have watched K. I don't know why I'm having such difficulty saying the name. K-pop Demon Hunters. Yeah, I've seen it. I've loved it. I've seen it twice now. I just like it's the kind of show that like or movie in this case. It's kind of movie that like leaves you wanting more. So like literally, when I first watched it, I was just like, I'm looking forward to more. I want more, more. Like they could easily have like a TV series and stuff with this. Sorry, I just realized that I switched the thing. Also, I just realized one of them is daytime and one of them is technically nighttime. So one of them is like brighter in lighting. I'm just now copying that. Also, I need to remind myself to use these emotes as well because there are things here. So let me put this one. Welcome. I wish there was another welcome because I think that's the only welcome one. Oh no, wait. Well, this one says welcome back. Oh yeah, welcome back to my channel. So this one is welcome back to my channel, but that one is the only just welcome one. Here's hi, hello, but it also means I can't really see chat very well because it's a pop up here. Let me just. Oh yeah, as I was saying as well, we have a Pokemon community game on Twitch. So if you want to play that, you have to say exclamation point Poke start first, unless like if it's your first time playing the Pokemon game. Uh, but if it's not, it will remember like your player ID between all the streamers that you watch it through. I have sound alerts and stuff as well, and I have a gaming profile so that we can see what games I could play or I like to play. It's just I'm not in a position to be able to play any games right now. Um, Sorry, I can't actually see chat. You watched. I feel the movie enough. The series would ruin it. Yeah, like I don't know. Cause like the movie left a lot of questions though as well. Like I want to know I want to know more about Rumi's parents, right? For one thing, I want to know. I want to know more about Rumi's parents. I want to know more about like the other huntresses. I want to know more about the rest of them because like Rumi's mother was a huntress, you know. Like, how did she die? What happened there? Like, was it childbirth or was it something else? Because like, as a hunter, did a demon kill her? You know what I mean? Was it the father that killed her? I saw someone actually talking about Rumi's parents, and immediately, like when I first started, I was thinking, oh, it's a forbidden romance type thing. But like, I saw someone else talk about it, and they're like, what if it was a forced conception, forced. I was like, oh, I didn't even consider that. I didn't even consider that. Like, goddamn. So there's that to consider. Sorry. Let me just mute my music for a second. Let me turn the music up. And then let me do that again. Rumi is my favorite character. That might be generic, honestly, but I'm sorry. In order for you to hear the sound alert, I had to turn the audio up, but then I forgot to turn it back down for the music. It's down now, sorry. But like it's the I'm streaming off a tablet right now, sorry. So like it's just it means that I can't have the audio separated. So they're both coming through the tablet speakers. So for the music has to be low, but the sound alerts have to be high in order to be heard. So I have to turn the music off, then replay the alert, but this time with the speakers higher, so that we can actually hear the sound that goes with the alert. And then I forgot to turn down the sound again for the music when I turn it back on. Sorry about that. But yeah, my favorite character is Rumi. I do like what's his name, Junyu. I don't think I'm saying that right. I do like him. I have like thoughts about the boy band because like the thing is like if you there's that one scene right where after wait spoilers for anyone in chat who has not seen this movie. I genuinely go and watch it. It's a brilliant movie. Like I love it so much. It's such a good movie. Like it's gonna be one of those movies that I rewatch and rewatch and rewatch and rewatch. And the music in this movie are bangers. Like every single song is just absolute hit music. Like I have that album. I have that saved on my Steam. Also, what are your favorite characters? Because I'm assuming straight up that you've watched the movie. It's like, who's your favorite character? Um, Watched it 4 times. I've gotten to watch it twice so far. Because again, I'm not logged in on my tablet, but I was able to watch it on TV. I love Zoe. Yeah, I love Zoe. She's a sweetheart, honestly. I like how the movie was able to kind of convey what all of the girls' issues are. Like Rumi's issues is that like because she's half demon, she has to like have her walls up all the time, and she she uh she it means that it puts a distance between her and the girls. Like literally, you see it in there's like a shot where like the two girls, Zoe and Mira, are like in their one dressing room, shared dressing room, but then you like go through a thick wall and it's Rumi on her own in her own dressing room, and it kind of makes you feel bad for Rumi because like there's all these like group things she's not allowed to do because she has to like hide her patterns and everything. It's sad for her. Um, but then like with like what I like, right, is that like the movie gives you enough of the girls to know what their issues are. You know, like you understand why Rumi's walls are up. Then you know what Zoe, like her shtick is that like because she was she's like she was raised in America, but like she's like Korean. Like so, I'm assuming like she's like her mom was Korean and her dad was American or something like that, or maybe it's the other way around. But because of that, she was like split between the two worlds, and so she was had to like constantly deal with like the cultures, two different cultures, and then she now lives in Korea, or at least yeah, like we see an image of Korea, so she's back in Korea. She's part of this Korean girl group, and yeah, it's like you can see that like because she had clearly divorced parents, that she like as she put it, like you're too much for people, you know, like she tries to like be perfect and bubbly and to hide her flaws and stuff. And then there's Mira, where literally her line is, was called a problem child because I got too wild, but now that's how I'm getting paid. Honestly, I want more about Mira stuff as well. I can relate to Mira though. Honestly, yeah. Like, seriously. Because it's clear that, like, because of the, like, rich family or whatever, she was probably had to be, like, very repressed. And she was probably expected to marry, but not just marry anyone, but, like, marry, like, a very specific, you know, like, the in group or whatever. And it's just, like, and, like, the thing as well with Mira is, like, in the movie, there's like several scenes where she like picks up on things, and then she confronts Rumi, and she's like, "I'm really good at reading people, like really good at reading people." And the thing is about reading people is it's a thing with like childhood, right? Where it's a thing where you had to like lived in kind of like a repressed household to be someone who's good at reading. You know what I mean? Like if you actually like look up like what does it like someone who is good at reading people, like what type of childhood must they have had to be able to have to be good at reading people. You know what I mean? Like it's that one indicator. Like once I saw her be like really good at reading people and picking up on things really quickly, I was like, that is a product of her household. That is a product of her childhood. That is like very blatantly and obviously clear to me once I saw that. I was like, yeah, that was because like her parents are either emotionally mature in a lot of ways, or that like she had to kind of like read their moods because no, they wouldn't actually be honest about what they were thinking, so she'd have to try and read them. You know what I mean? Um, so it's like it is a sign of like a some level of an abusive household. You know what I mean? Like I don't know like what abusive household, because I'm pretty sure there's like specifics. Like if I had more information on it, like you could say it's like an emotionally repressive household, or like a neglectful household, or like you know yourself. And the Soldier Boys, Baby Soldier is just dope. You know, I actually have a few thoughts on the Soldier Boys as well, because again, like I've already gotten spoilers or everything, so just like there's that one scene that like well actually two scenes if you think about it. There's Joe the rest of the boys. So like, there's like Junyu, the like the main dude, and then there's the rest of the boys. And like when they're on Earth and they have to be, the boy band, they're animated and lively, but then they did not get enough screen time. But here's the thing, though. I think part of the reason why they didn't get screen time is there's two scenes, right, where just when they're down in the demon realm, and they like at first, like they're still in like half demon, half. No, I think they were still in their boy band outfits, or boy band like attire or whatever, and they were like, posing and everything, and then they transformed back into demons, but they were kind of zombified. They were like, like they weren't animated anymore. They were just kind of like slumped over and like kind of closed eyes and then like later on there's a scene as well with after the meet and greet where they all have like they're all holding like a bouquet, and they all like immediately like throw the bouquet away. And as soon as like they're one out of the public eye, and two, as soon as they drop the bouquets, they slump over and they're like, they become zombified again. So I'm like, is there on some level that they're like, because technically speaking, as demons, they're not alive, but like they go from being animated and like lively and like we see them interacting with the girls, and we see them like interacting, well, not interacting, but like, you know what I mean, like reacting to the fans and stuff. Then the second like they're either in the demon, back in their demon forms, or out of public eye, they just kind of zombify again. I'm like I think that is something, you know what I mean, like I think it means something, the way they just kind of like lose all energy the second that they're out of the public eye. And the thing is, you see it not happen to Junyu. You know what I mean? Like he's fine. Like he has like the picture where he's like looking at the soul, looking at the word soul, and you can tell that he's thinking, "Do I even have a soul anymore? Do I have one of those anymore? Like is that for me anymore?" But like the rest of them just like zombify and like lose energy, whereas he's still fine even out of the public eye. You know what I mean? But the others, the second they're out of the public eye, they just slump over and they're zombified. And then even when they're in the demon realm, at first when they're in their boy band personas, they're still animated and lively, but then they go back to their demon forms, they're immediately slumped over and zombified again. So I think that actually means something. They did not. I think they are like Junyu because they did have a few combos with the girls. Yeah, but like that's what I'm saying. Like I think there's like the naturally born demons, the ones like were born in the underworld or whatever. Then there are probably like the Jinyu types, the ones who were human and then like made a deal with the devil, like sold their soul or whatever, and then were a demon, became a demon later on. I do think they are probably like humans turned demons, probably. But the fact that they just kind of zombify, I don't know what that means, honestly. You know what I mean? Like, I think it means something, but I don't know what it means. Because we know with Junyu, he was there for like 400 years. Like, literally, like he said, the first time I heard the Demon King's voice was 400 years ago. So, it's not time. Time is not the thing, unless those guys are from like 1,000 years ago or something. Or maybe, Joe, it might be. Joe, the way how in the movie, Junyu, like, his whole shtick is, his thing is, I'll help you get souls if you erase my memories. What if that's what the boys are? They also got to a point where they're like, I'll do X if you erase my memories. Maybe that's the reason why they kind of zombify and they're not that much. You know what I mean? Because like, there's a difference between him and them. And I can't put my finger on what it is. So maybe they got to a point where they were like, I can't live with the shame anymore, I can't live with the guilt anymore, with the regret anymore. If I want to not feel these things anymore, I have to forget. And so they also made a deal with the devil and were like, let me forget. You know what I mean? Like, maybe, because like, you especially see towards the end with Junyu as well, is that like, the closer and closer he got to like, because like, the demon was like, oh, good on you, Junyu, like, the deal was almost done or something, and you see him think about his mother and sister, and then you also see him think about Rumi, and you see how kind of like out of it he is, and like you can put it down to like he's, you know, he's truly coming to terms with like what he's doing, and like he's upset that like he can't actually do more, and he's like down the dumps and everything. Like I do think that is the case. Like emotionally, he's in turmoil, but I also think like the closer and closer he gets to losing his memories, the closer he gets to becoming zombified the way the rest of them are. Uh, yeah, you see what I mean. Like, you know what I mean? It's because there's something about them that's different from him. So I think it is something to do with like that's like the only thing I think of is the memories thing, that like they've chosen to like lose their memories centuries ago. And the thing is as well is that Baby, Saja, and Mystery are alive, so I think we might get a sequel. That's also the thing as well, is that Jolet's scene. Hang on, let me check something. Alright, there are a few people in chat with us. How many people have actually seen seen this movie? Are you okay with spoilers if you haven't seen it? Because I know we've already talked, but like the next point I'm bringing up is like it's like a main thing. So if you're fine with spoilers, because like the point I wanted to like come across as well is that like, because I do like the idea of a sequel, genuinely. Like, there's so much more that I want to know. You know what I mean? Like, one, the golden Hunyun didn't happen, but like now they have a new Hunyun, and it's sparkly and pretty, and it's rainbow. That's the word I was looking for. It's rainbow. So like, I love that. I love the fact that it's a new Hunyun, and it's prettier and it's nicer, and it seems more open, because the other one was just blue, but now it's colorful. It's a rainbow theme, which is really cool. Also, I have a theory on on what's her name? Ryu. The girl I like, the main girl, Rimi. I don't know why I'm slipping on her name right now, but the main girl, I have a theory on her voice. And my thing with the boys, right? You said that Mystery and Baby are still alive, right? Did you notice after Rimi is it pronounced Rimi? Remy? No, it's not Remy. Rimi. But with the boys, did you notice after a certain event happened, the two boys, and I think it was both Mystery and Baby, I think it was both of them, they both had this look of pure shock on their faces. And my question is, what are they shocked about? Because a lot happened in a space of those like 2 seconds, you know. But they're the only ones we see give a reaction. The other boys didn't really. There was nothing. Like, there was like Abby. We didn't see him having any reaction. There was what were the other boys? What were the boys? Let's look up what were the boys. Because there's Baby, Mystery, Junyu, Abby. Is there another boy? Romance. That's right, Romance. Yeah, I think it's because Junyu got absorbed by Rumi. Yeah, but here's the thing. Remember the fact that the only way he got absorbed by Rumi is he got his soul back. You know what I mean? Like, he literally said, like, she was like, I wanted to free you, and he said, you did. You gave me my soul back, and now I give it to you. And then his soul ended up, like, shielding her and, like, spinning around her and all this, and then she, like, summoned her weapon, but this time in a new form. So it's still a shield. It's still a sword, but now it's like a scythe sword. You know what I mean? Which is still cool. It's cool that her sword got like a new form. Really cool. But like, there's so many things in that moment. Like, what, a demon got his soul back. How did that happen? Two, that means that he got freedom from the Demon King, and then immediately gave his soul to Rumi, and then she then used that soul, or used that to then form a new weapon. And you see, like, immediately afterwards, the way she like swings at the Demon King, and it like splits him in half. And, like, it's very like a Zelda thing, where like, just the way like in like Legend Zelda, where when Nick is at full health, he can like shoot a beam. So it's like that with Rumi, where she basically like shot a beam, she's slashed a beam at the Demon King, and it like sliced him in half. So like, there's so many things in that like series that, like, what are they shocked about? Are they shocked about all of it, or are they specifically shocked about the whole getting your soul back thing? Because, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's a lot. Because, like, they were probably in the same boat as Junyu, where they're like, we don't get a choice in this, like, we have to just suffer because that's all we're allowed to, we're only allowed to suffer, this is what we deserve. There's no like disobeying the Demon King because he possesses our souls, and nothing we can do about that. And then here's fucking Junior going, yep, my soul is back, you can have it. You know, there's so much there. And so that makes me think, like, in the next, if there's going to be like a next sequel or something, is that one moment where Jungyu got his soul back, is that going to end up being like this kind of hope for other demons, or specifically like humans turned demons? Will they also have this moment of, can we get our souls back? Could that happen for us? Could we have the chance to be free? You know what I mean? Like, that's such a cool thing. The idea that like other demons would also be like, we have a chance. We actually have a chance. Because like, part of the reason why Jungyu kind of failed to fight back, it's like, one, because it was the Demon King specifically like towering down on him, but it was the hopelessness of it. It was the pure hopelessness of, you can't escape this. Like, it's been hundreds of years, and there'll be hundreds of years more of this, you know. And like, literally, that scene where he was like, "That's not how it works," and she was like, "Yes, it is." And there's just like, she like demonically screams at him, like sends like a pulse outwards, and then he's just like, do you hear yourself? Is it working for you? You know what I mean? It's like, it's the hopelessness of it that, like, now demons can have actually like a case now where they're like, maybe we do have a reason to be hopeful. Because like, if Junyu could get his soul back and in a way gain his freedom, why can't we do that as well? Why can't we gain our freedom too? You know what I mean? It's like, before it was hopelessness, and now there is actually a chance for hope. So like, I think that's the thing as well. Also, I like that bit where Zoe smacked your man in the face, and she's like, oh, you're just my type. Oh well, and then like just like slashes at him. I think the Demon King might be Rumi's dad. Honestly, I was thinking that too. And I think it's so funny to think about, actually, because like, there's so many scenes with Junyu and the Demon King, and like, my thoughts when it comes to Junyu and the Demon King, isn't the Demon King like very lenient with Junyu in a lot of ways? Because like, literally, like, one of the first scenes we see of the Demon King is that he's like incinerating one of the demons for failing, and then Junyu comes in like a few seconds into that, and he starts like singing at him, and he's like, "You're using the voice I let you keep to mock me." You know what I mean? Like, he's very lenient towards your man. I'm just like, is there a reason for that? Like, is like, for all we know, Junyu in a lot of ways is essentially the second in command to the demons, to the Demon King. Because like, you see that scene where like where there's like two demons behind him, and he like clicks his fingers, they like transform back into demons, and then they fuck off. Then like they teleport away. So like, So like, is he like he has authority? Is what I'm saying amongst demons. So like, is he like a high ranking demon? Is he the second in command of demons? Like, the Demon King is so lenient with him. There's literally that scene where after Rumi and him have their whole "we could be free" thing, literally, like, your man pulls him back down. He was like, "You didn't actually think you'd be free, did you?" He was like, "No, of course not. the plan is working, that's all." Um, but, like, your man is so lenient in that moment. Like, the Demon King is so lenient. Like, he's not, like... Wait, when does that scene happen? The one where, like, he's kind of, like... Where the Demon King is, like, kind of barreling down heavily on him. Is it that scene, I think? I need to rewatch this movie. But, I know, there's just so many scenes where, like, you would think the Demon King would, like, have, like, multiple moments of kind of lashing out at Junyu, and he just doesn't. I'm like, why is that, I wonder? Not to mention, with the theory that, like, the Demon King is Rumi's father, on some level, he's aware that, like, his subordinate, or the soul that he owns, is falling in love with his daughter, and that his daughter is falling in love with this demon, and like, because he's so gentle at first when he was just like when he was just like, did you believe her? Do you genuinely believe you could be free? Like, he, like, at first, before he like kind of strikes down heavily on him with the whole, you are like, if you genuinely thought that, you would have been honest with her and you would have told her what you really did, and like heavily reminding him with like the burning him thing, heavily like coming down on him, being like, this is what you did, this is what you are, you will never be free thing. But like, before that, he was so like gently, softly speaking to him, like, did you genuinely believe that? You know, you would have been honest with her if you genuinely thought that. So it's like, doesn't that come across as like a bit like a dad? Like, you would have been honest with my little girl if you were being serious about her. You know, that's, it kind of comes across that way. It's just like, the fact that he started off so softly though. That scene is why I think Junyu is Rumi's father, because Rumi was able to stop Junyu's thoughts for a moment. And there's also the fact that like we've noticed, like, I don't know if you noticed, well, I don't know if anyone's noticed, but there's that scene where Junyu yells, "That's not how it works." Like, he starts glowing and shit, but that's it. Whereas when she said, "Yes, it is," it sent like a pulse outwards into the Hunyun. And like, yeah, it's because she's part demon, or it's because she's half demon, half huntress. So like, the demon is able to affect the Hunyun, and then the Hunyun is able to affect her, and all this. It's like, she has both, but it basically means the demon can affect the Hunyun. But like, it does show that like she's more powerful. Like, as a demon, she's more powerful. Do you know what I mean? Because like, there's one scene that really shows, like, there's one scene where after the bathhouse, where the old man is like, "Hey, this is the men's room," or whatever, and the three girls like, "Oh, so sorry," and like bow, and they leave, they hurry away, and that old man's soul gets taken. I noticed this. It's like, it's kind of a split-second thing, but I noticed that, like, because here's the thing, they fought there, right? So the Hunyun is intact there, until the old man started singing Soda Pop, and then a tear opened behind him in the water, because you see the Hunyun turn red, and then the demon come up and like suck his soul. So it's the song that's tearing through the Hunyun, right? And it's people singing it that's tearing through it. So it's not the demons themselves, it's the demons singing the song, but then it's the humans kind of continuing it and going soda, soda, soda pop. But in that moment, it was the old man singing Soda Pop that tore a hole into the Hunyun and led to the demon being able to come up and take his soul. So, and then we see in that moment where, while she's walking away, the Hunyun is kind of tearing apart. So like, she has the power to strengthen the Hunyun, but she also has the power to fucking tear it apart if she wants to, which she does end up doing. I still think about that scene though, because you're saying that like Rumi was able to stop the demon from like getting into his thoughts there. I keep thinking about how the demon king was very quiet in that moment. Like not just like he stopped whispering in Hanyu's ear, but, like when he like drags your man back down, he's just so quiet to him at first. He's like, "Do you believe?" Like just like kind of like gently like I don't know. He's just too gentle about it. Like you wouldn't expect like the demon king to be so gentle about it. You know what I mean? And the Idol song is just so awesome. I love the Idol song. I heard people talking about how the Idol song is John Yoon singing about Rumi, and then the song that she sings like what this is what it sounds like it's for her friends, but it's also towards John Yoon as well. I do like the idea of that because like cause, like, there's that one line in Idol where it's like, "You've given me your heart, now I'm here for your soul." Like that one line is both for the fans and for Rumi. You know what I mean? And then the other part of the song as well, where he says, "I'm the only one who can love your sins," because do you know the way in the Takedown song, I think it's the Takedown song. It has to be the Takedown song, where there's like a specific line about how demons like they don't deserve to live because they're emotionless and all this. But I'm pretty sure there's a specific line in there somewhere that says your sins will never be forgiven or something like that. Like Takedown has something to do with sins. Like it says something about sins, and then literally in Idol, he's like, "I'm the only one who can love you and your sins." Like also with the Takedown song as well, literally like one of the lines is, "I don't think you're ready for the takedown." And it's so funny that like the entire like movie, like Rumi can't. The song doesn't sit right with Rumi because like her friends are unknowingly kind of talking about her as well because she's part demon. It's like it's not just like about Junyu. It's about her too. Like she's part demon, so they're like, "Oh, demons are soulless and they're emotionless and they're monsters and they don't deserve to live." And it's just like, whew. Like can you imagine? Like you have to, like I genuinely believe like afterwards, like once everything died down and they were going like mentally going back over everything, like, "Oh my god, our friend like has been a demon this entire time." And not only that, but when we were doing the whole Takedown song, we were talking about how vile and disgusting demons are and how they don't deserve to live. We might as well have stabbed Rumi there and then in the moment. Like, god damn it, like we've been for months like working on the song, or weeks working on the song, and literally one of the lyrics was, "Vile creatures, you don't deserve to live." What? Especially the part where it says a demon with no feelings doesn't deserve to live. Exactly, like that moment, like, it's like when that moment happened, when I was first watching, like, first watched her, I was just like, they have no idea that they're talking about her as well, that she's included. Like she's not emotionless, and as Junyu tells us, they're not emotionless. Like the whole point of a demon is that you're feeling, and you're feeling too much, and your feelings are constantly like shoved on you, and you're constantly like being reminded of your guilt and your shame and whatever other emotions that you're that got you caught in the first place. Like his whole shtick of like, that's what you think. Being a demon is all about feeling. So like one, it shows you like how disconnected the girls are. Like they don't actually know anything about demons. Like this is probably like, the first piece of information they've ever got on demons, which is they do actually feel. If anything, they feel more than regular people because their whole demonicness is basically coming from whatever emotion got them like snatched by the demon king in the first place, and like the demon king keeps like throwing that back on them. So whatever like got them caught in the first place, like the demon king just constantly like reminds them like your guilt, your shame, your regret, your anger, your this, that, the other, you know what I mean? And so like the fact that they're like, oh, unfeeling demons, like, who have no feelings don't deserve to live. It's just like, I think about that. I'm just like, when everything's like over and they have like a chance to like breathe, they probably like fall to their knees towards Rumi, like, we're so sorry, we didn't realize that we were accidentally basically telling you to off yourself. You know what I mean? Like, you have every right to live, Rumi. Like, please, that we didn't know. It wasn't towards you. It wasn't about you. We're so sorry. You know what I mean? Because, like, poor Rumi, like, fuck's sake. Can you imagine? Like, your friends are basically saying you don't deserve to live. Like, one, Rumi in this moment now knows that demons are in fact capable of emotions. Like, that's Hunyu's, or Junyu's whole point is that they can and do feel. It's like, she's now aware, like, right, no feelings thing is inaccurate, that's wrong, but also the don't deserve to live bit, that's towards all of them. And they don't know that that includes her, and that's just so heartbreaking for her. And you're just like, I was sitting there when I first watched it, I was just like, whew, that's gotta hurt, honestly. Like, to have your friends unknowingly basically tell you you don't deserve to live. That's so sad. It's so sad. What else? What else? What else? There's so many plot points running in my head right now. Oh yeah, I was saying that I have a theory about Rumi's powers. Um, do you have any like thoughts that you want to get through about this movie as well? Because like, my theory, right, when it comes to Rumi's voice, remember like at the beginning of the movie where her voice just starts faltering? I think what it is, right, is that like, do you know the way how the Demon King said to Junyu, I let you keep your voice? And then like with Rumi, when they started to see the gold in the Hunyun, and then she overly excitedly then released the song Golden, and the hopes that would like make the Hunyun go golden, and like, as she thought as well, like, it would grant her freedom. It would mean that she would no longer have to like hide herself from her friends and everything. So that's why she was so eager with it. Like, what if the reason why she started losing her voice then is because her voice is part of her demon powers? And so the closer and closer they got to making the Hunyun golden, it meant that she was like that it was working there. Like, her like demonicness was going to be sealed away, but that included her voice. So like, it creates this dichotomy where it's just like, it creates this like situation where the closer they get to making the Hunyun golden, the worse her voice is going to end up getting. You know what I mean? Like, that's just like my thought, that like her voice is part of her demon powers. And like, it creates this kind of situation, like, where the next time the Hunyun is on the verge of going golden again, is that going to happen again? Where her voice starts waning again because her powers being sealed means her voice gets sealed with it, which is so sad to think about. The fact that like, she won't be able to sing again if the Hunyun goes golden, and like, that's a thing for the sequel as well. If there's going to be a sequel, it's like, there isn't the Hunyun hasn't gone golden yet, so that's like a plot point for the next season, that it could potentially still go golden. It's like, I think we saw a flash of gold towards the end again as well, didn't we? I think. That would mean that the Hunyun will never be golden. It means they'll never go golden in this generation, honestly. But like, there'll probably be like a next generation of Huntresses after this. Because, like, would it be ideal if these 3 girls were the last girls? Maybe, because, like, it bears the question, like, how did the, like, previous generation know that, like, how did, like, what's her name, Cersei, I'm just gonna call her Cersei. How did they know that, like, the next huntresses would be the ones to get it golden? Because, like, is the case that they only started to see the golden towards the end of their own careers? They're like, right, there's already been, like, flashes of gold, so, like, the next generation will be able to get it golden again, to actually get it gold. Because I'm pretty sure we still see a flash of gold at the end of the movie. Pretty sure. Because, like, we see a flash of gold a handful of times in the movie. We do. I need to rewatch this movie because I'm already second guessing I'm already second guessing my memory on it. Also, Jinyu's pet survived. Exactly. That too. I saw that, I was like, oh, does that mean that he could survive too? And technically, like, she absorbed his soul. So, like, I've seen people talk about it, they're like, so does that mean, like, she can summon him now or something? Like, that would be funny. That would be so funny. That would be so funny. Just summoning your boyfriend. Also, those pets are her pets now. She knows, like how she, like, rode them back to, like, her penthouse and everything. Like, it's so funny. But yeah, like, I think his pets being alive is kind of a sign that there's, like, hope for him as well. And I do find the idea that she can summon him to be really funny. Like, that would be hilarious. It's just, like, mid-battle, Junior shows up, he's like, what? And she's like, what? And the demon's like, what? That'd be hilarious. Like, what the fuck is happening? It's like, I don't know. Literally, in her song, in the last song, she's like, oh my god, hang on. She literally says, that even things I don't understand. Something like that. Even things I don't understand. So, like, that's right there as an indicator that there's more to her powers than even she. Like, she doesn't know what her demon powers even are. So, like, hang on, let me just listen to. Oh, shit. Oh, there's no lyrics attached to this yet. Ugh. Even things I don't understand. It's like, it's literally right there in the thing for you, that, like, there's things even she doesn't understand about her powers. So, like, oh shit, I can't play it because, like, it will get, because, like, here's the thing, I would love to play these songs from the songs from K-pop Demon Slayers. I would love to, but, like, they'll probably get got. You know what I mean? Like, they'll probably get striked, and, like, just fuck that. You know yourself. I don't want my stuff being muted. But I would love that if they, like, if there's a way, if I played them every time I game. Honestly, yeah. I love the songs. I think for me, my top 2, like, I don't mean, like, 1 and 2, I mean, like, they're both in, like, the number 1 spot for me, because I'm not choosing between them, is Golden and This Is What It Sounds Like. Like, those are the songs for me. They're both in number 1 spot for me. I cannot and will not choose between them. They are the songs for me. After that, I don't know. Let me actually look at the lyrics. Look at the list. Let me see. There is how it's done, and then Soda Pop, golden, strategy, takedown, free, your idol, what it sounds like. I would say golden and takedown. I think, oh yeah, that was the thing, I didn't even finish my thought on takedown. Is that, like, there's a moment with takedown, like, literally one of the lyrics to takedown is, I don't think you're ready for the takedown. And then Rumi, who, like, didn't like the song from the beginning, literally it ended up being used against her specifically. So the whole you're not ready for the takedown was very literal in the sense that, like, she never knew it was going to be angled towards her, and the two girls didn't know it was going to be angled towards her either. It's like I don't think you're prepared for the takedown ended up being about the three girls themselves, because the three of them were not prepared for that moment. Because it wasn't even just Rumi that got taken down in that moment. It was the entire group that got taken down. You know, like, Rumi got, like, what she had thought was, like, attacked, you know, by her two friends. And it's just like, why? Why are you, like, suddenly at me like this? What the hell? And then, like, the fact that the fans were like, did they just publicly break up on stage? Like, that was so sad for the fans. God damn. And then just, like, going down the stairs after, it's like, oh, it wasn't you two. Oh, thank God. Oh, we can fix this. Oh, that moment where, like, where they're like, you're a demon this entire time, and she's like, no, and then she screams, I can fix this. I can still fix this. And then, like, it sends, like, a ripple out into the Hunyun, and they just, like, look at the Hunyun and then look at her. I was like, just, like, her screaming, I can still fix this. Poor girls, honestly. Also, like, I think my favorite kind of bit about it is that, like, because, like, the thing is, like, you can figure out, like, because, like, Rumi is, like, the main focus of the girls, you can figure out, like, what her issues are, clearly, because, like, those ones actually get, like, focused on. But then, like, if you spent, like, the movie kind of going, like, I want to know more about the other two girls, because, like, you can kind of guess what their insecurities are, but, like, we don't actually know. And then that moment where their guards are down, and so the Demon King can, like, talk at them about their insecurities too. And literally just that moment where Mira is just like, where the Demon King is just like, you don't deserve a family. And then she's like, I don't get to have a family. And then the way she was like, I knew it was too good to be true. Like, this, the like, that screams abusive household to me. That, like, she was always waiting for the other shoe to drop. And then the moment for Zoe where it was just like, you're too much for people. That's, oh. The poor girls, like, because, like, up until that point, you could guess at their insecurities. But just, like, hearing the demon, like, you know it's the Demon King, but hearing him use their own voices and just, like, you don't deserve a family. You're too much for people. You drive them away. You don't have a place. You can have a place with me, you know? Fuck. Like, I think that kind of, like, you go from, I want to know more about the girls, about those two girls specifically, I want to know what their insecurities are, I want more into them, to then having the Demon King go, here's their insecurities. He hit him where it hurt, exactly. Like, he went straight for the jugular with both of them. Coming back to the Demon King is Rumi's father bit for a second, I'm just now remembering, Rumi and the Demon King, they interacted. Just now, like, that's just now clicking with me. And he was like, you come to me like this. Was he expecting that she would come to him someday? Was that, like, a thing that he figured would happen eventually? That, like, they would get to face each other at some point? Because, like, up until this point, the Hunyun was a thing. Because, like, the way he says, you've come to me like this, it was so calm, it was so, I expected this to happen eventually. It's just like, Like, he definitely knows something that we don't. So it's like, would that be like another indicator about the whole Demon King being Rumi's dad thing? That, like, he knew eventually his daughter would some some way somehow be in front of him at some point somehow. But then, but it also bears the question: how the fuck could Rumi's dad, you know, visit the human world to be able to, you know, get with a woman and get her pregnant? Cause like how? Cause like we see how it happened in the movie where they sung "I'm Your Idol" and that summoned the Demon King somehow. But like it basically summoned him into like the. It basically allowed him to be summoned onto the stage so that way he could start absorbing people directly and everything. Like, how was he able to do that for Rumi's mom? Like, how was he able to? And like, it's back and forth because like it is just a theory that he's the dad, but still, like, and just that moment, because like that's the other thing as well is that like he never questions what demon is Rumi's dad. Do you know what I mean? Like he never questions that. He never goes, maybe I could use her demon father against her because like he's the king. Like we see how he uses Junyu. You know what I mean? Like the way he's just like, you don't get a choice in this. You must keep going. Blah blah blah. Is that like the fact that he didn't have the same thing with the dad, where he was just like, right, get, I'll go get Rumi's father, the demon that's under my control, because all the demons are under my control. Why didn't he use her against him? Why didn't the demon king use Rumi's dad against him? And it's either one of two things, obviously. One, back when the Demon King found out that the demon managed to like be free enough to have a kid, he immediately like incinerated them or whatever, and that like destroyed him maybe. Or again, he is the dad, and so he knows that he can't just use the demon, whatever demon, against Rumi because he's the dad. Like he can't use himself against her, not yet anyway. The honeymoon was open. No, but like it's more than just the honeymoon was open though. Like, what part of their song was like a summoning? You know what I mean? Because like you see it like it happens in like intervals where the flame just kind of bursts out all of a sudden and then it gets higher and higher and higher and higher. You know what I mean? Like the song was somehow summoning him. Because like the honeymoon open is one thing, but like if when you're watching it, it's like a gradual thing, and it's clearly because of the song. Because like the his like increase in the flame is kind of it's in time with the song. It's in beat with the song. So like something about the song was summoning him. What was this? K-pop hunters, demon hunters. King. Also, what do you think about Junyu? Do you think he has a chance to come back? Like, as you even pointed out, like his pets are still alive, so isn't that like an indicator that he should be around still somehow as well? Legit checked it out. Let me check it out. Check what out? The scene with the idol. Oh my god, Bobby! We've got to talk about Bobby. I love Bobby. Bobby the manager. We have to talk about him. Just give me a second. I'm listening to the song Idol for a second. I'm watching it as well. Also, I love the song Idol. I think that's like my second favorite Idol. I'll be Idol. Also, I think that moment where the Soulja Boys showed up on screen and they were just like, "Hey everyone, I bet you're sad about the breakup of the Huntrix. We are too." And then they're like, "Come here at midnight for this concert to cheer you up," and it's just oh, just that moment, like, "I bet you're sad that the Huntrix have broken up. We are too." Like, fuck, asshole. We'll talk about me in a second. Just 1 second. Sanctuary. Also, look at this. I'm watching it back, and like, the civilians clearly have no fucking idea. But the two girls, Rumi and Zoe, you look at their faces, and like, they're standing there hypnotized because they have to be, because there's some level of compulsion there. But you see their faces, and like, you see the civilians around them, and the civilians are like, "Oh, this is cool." But the two of them, their faces are like, "Fuck, fuck, what the fuck are we doing? Fucking fuck, fuck." Like, their faces are just like, "Shit. Fuck, this is bad, this is terrible, this is bad, but I can't move, I can't fucking do anything about this. God fucking damn it, god damn it, no!" Like, their faces are kind of frozen, and they're physically frozen, and just like Mira's face especially, like, her face, she has this look of like, no. Her face, she's just like, no, shit. Who loves your sins? It's only your sin. I swear to fuck, is John Hughes, like, he has to be some type of, like, second in command or something to the Demon King. Because, like, literally that part of the song where he's like, "Feel how my voice gets underneath your skin." Because he's like, that's the Demon King's whole shtick. Where he, like, starts talking to you, and his voice gets underneath your skin, and like, that's what we literally just saw happen to the girls, where like, he whispered into their ear using their own voices, going, "You don't get to have a family, you're too much for people, you don't have a place to belong, blah blah blah, come to me, you can belong here to me," and all this. It's like that. Do you see, like, that moment where it's like, the way, "Listen to how my voice gets underneath your skin," like, there's like a flash of light, his eyes contract, his face, his fucking fangs and shit, like, it's like that moment, like, there's something about it, you know what I mean, like, it's I think that moment honestly plays into my idea that, like, Junyu on some level is some sort of, like, second command or something, and like, I don't like, it's clear he knows he has authority amongst the demons, because he's so, like, casual about, like, snapping his fingers and the two demons, like, disappear and everything. So he knows he has some level of authority. I think he doesn't realize just, like, how much authority he has, just that, like, he has some authority. You know what I mean? The idea that he's a higher ranking demon, like, you're saying the part where Baby started rapping. And didn't we kind of theorize that Baby, Mystery, I think it was, and Junyu are slightly different from the rest? My thought was that, like, Junyu still has his memories and stuff, because, like, he still has, like, some level, maybe not, like, some level of humanity, but, like, he's more lively than the rest of them, and on some level, Baby and I think Mystery, like, the fact that we got to see their reactions to everything, but we didn't get to see Abby's reaction to anything, or the other, because, like, only two of the boys reacted to everything that just happened. The rest of the boys, we didn't see a reaction or response to them at all, if I'm remembering correctly. It's underneath your skin. Also, for a split second as well. Going back to the demons feel no emotions thing, literally that scene where he whips round and he screams, "I left them," and then he like talks and he's just like, "I abandoned them, I left them there," like blah blah blah, and like you see like the tears welling in his eyes, and then just like that one like stream of tears just like falls down his face, like that one stream. I think the fact that she could see him crying is the reason why she was so convinced, like, that's just your demon talking. Because otherwise, she would have been like, "You lied to me? Like, you didn't tell me this before?" I think seeing his eyes welling with tears and, like, that stream of tears coming out from that one eye, I think that, because again, the whole shtick was, like, demons feel no feelings and therefore they don't deserve to live, whatever. Whereas, like, in this moment where he's finally being honest and she's not focusing on the fact that he's lied to her or didn't give her the full truth, she's focusing on the fact that he's feeling, that he's feeling emotions, that to this day he's still upset at himself for abandoning them, that to this day it's still, that's his shame. Because like, he was constantly asking her about her shame. So now she knows the full truth, that his shame is he's ashamed at himself for leaving his family. You know what I mean? Like, it shows that he's not that bad of a guy, because like if a genuine bad guy would have abandoned them and not felt a single ounce of remorse, for abandoning them. But he, 400 years later, is still fixated on the fact that he abandoned them, and that he's still, to this day, upset about it, to the point where it brings him to tears. 400 years later, he's still brought to tears from remembering what he did to them, Also, the fans having no idea what this song is doing. Ugh. The glowing eyes in the dark is actually really scary. The eyes, I love the eyes. I love Your Idol. I swear to God, that's my second favorite song. I love it. You're right. It's when Baby starts rapping that the flame first comes in, and his rapping, more and more and more, the flames come out higher and higher. Yeah, the dancing, hell yeah. Preaching to the choir. I wonder what preaching to the choir is about. Sorry, I'm trying to find a different video because that one was about the music rather than the actual what happened in the show movie. Should I say? Preaching to the choir. Yeah, what's that about? Keeping you obsessed, keeping you thinking in your head. Another verse. Sanctuary. Oh, right now. Mira's face. She's like, God damn it. You gave me a heart, now I'm here for your soul. I fucking love that. That fucking line, you gave me your heart, now I'm here for your soul. Like, that can be about Mira, just her on her own, but it's about the fans overall. Like, literally the whole thing about the fans is like, we should go after the fans. That line it's such a sick line. I love it. And it is about the fans. It's like, well, you love us as a boy band, you gave us your heart, now we're here for your soul. Like, fucking love that bit. Your sins, ice gets underneath your skin. Never thought about it that deep. Because, like, the thing is, like, almost all of the song you can pinpoint to something. Like the hearts and soul bit, that can be about Rumi, but it's about the fans overall. The bit where only I can love your sins, that's about Rumi. That is specifically about her. Like again, it's about the fans. It is about the fans. But like specific points of it, you can point it towards something. But preaching to the choir, I think I can sing as high as Mystery for real. I don't know, the preaching to the choir bit. Maybe that's about demons overall, because again, the whole point is demons are actually emotional. So maybe like the choir is the demons. I'll be the star you rely on. Don't you know I'm here to save you? Don't you know I'm here to save you? Again, like that's just like a for them while they're singing it, it's just like a generic line. But then like literally Rumi turns up and saves them. Saves the people, and it's her goal to save Junyu, but that obviously doesn't happen, but making you a believer. Don't let it show, keep it all inside. Junyu is wearing the bracelet that Rumi gave him in your idol. I've heard people talk about that, but I got to see a bit of the like. Is he wearing two bracelets? Because one of them looks metal, looks metal, or unless I'm thinking of something else. But the fucking tiger, the fucking tiger. Your sins, I need the lyrics because this every video I'm finding is just like it's an AMV. It's not actually showing the scene. It keeps chopping away to something else. I need the lyrics. Can you hear me alright, by the way? Your idol lyrics. Pray for me now. No. Yeah. Okay. Pray for me now. Pray for me now. So it starts. The intro is pray for me, pray for me now, pray for me now. There's many lines of that, and then there's like an ending of like words I will not be able to pronounce. So I'm assuming, and then it's like I'll be your idol. Verse 1, Abby romance, mystery, mystery, Abby. Keeping me in check, keeping you obsessed. Play me on repeat, something in your head. Actually, any type hurts. Play another verse. I can be your sanctuary. No, I'm the only one right now. Now, I will love you more when it all burns down. More than power, more than gold, yeah. Yeah, you give me your heart, now I'm here for your soul. Then pre-verse, Junyu. I am the only one who loves your sins. Feel the way my voice gets underneath your skin. Chorus, Junyu and Abby. Listen, cause I'm preaching to the choir. Can I get the mic a little higher? Give me your desire. I can be your star you rely on. You rely on. Then there's a line of Korean. You can't look away. Hey. You don't know I'm here to save you. Now we running wild. Yeah, I'm all you need. I'll be your idol. Then post chorus. Yeah, Verse 2, Baby and Abby, romance. A line of Korean. I'll be your idol. Thank you for the pain because it's making me go viral. Oh yeah, Korean. Fever making you a believer. Korean. Don't make it show, keep it inside. Or don't let it show, keep it inside. The pain and the shame, keep it out of sight. Your obsession feeds our connection. I something give me all of your attention. Sung on, I can't, I don't know what that word is. I something, give me all of your attention. That kind of plays into my idea that like with the rest of the boys, the reason why they're so energetic when they're around the fans is because they're feeding off of the fans' obsession. But so when they're away from the fans, they zombify again because they don't have the energy to feed off of it anymore. So they've become essentially reliant on whatever they're getting, whatever like feeding they're getting from the fans. Then pre-chorus Junyu, you know I'm the only one who loves your sins. Feel the way my voice gets underneath your skin. Chorus. Okay, it's the same chorus. And then post-chorus, I'll be your idol. Bridge, Junyu, living in your mind now. Too late 'cause you're mine now. I will make you free when you're all a part of me. Chorus, Junyu, all. Listen 'cause I'm preaching to the choir now. Can I get the mic a little higher? Give me your desire. Watch me set your world on fire. Korean, don't look away. Hey, no one is coming to save you. So the fact that it went from hey, don't you know we're here to save you to hey, no one's coming to save you. Like the fact that it goes from don't you know we're trying to save you. Yeah, don't you know I'm here to save you. And then down here it's no one is coming to save you. So one minute they're lying and they're going, hey, we're here to save you. And then it's like, no one's coming to save you. Now we running wild. Down on your knees. I'm gonna be your idol. And then that's the end of it. Then that's the beginning of Rumi's thing. And you know the bit where Rumi comes in and it's like she like does that note, like whatever you call it, that note, and it's just like it's haunting. It's kind of siren like. Truth now. I swear to fuck, if I was allowed to, I'd be playing these, like, what is it, like 6 songs in total? I'd be playing them. Like, this entire stream, but just those 6 songs. Just back to back to back to back. Like, I'd be playing, that would be my list. Just K-pop, the K-pop Demon Slayer music. Also, I love how Rumi looks with the, when the demon, like, stuff glows. Why aren't you allowed to? Honestly, I think it'll probably get banned. Like, the way like with Twitch and YouTube, I think they'll get like muted or, you know, taken down or whatever. Because like Twitch has been done this thing to me before, where I mute my VODs afterwards, and it's just like I don't like the idea of the silence in my VODs. So like I'm not chancing it because they'll probably get got. Like I hope they wouldn't, but I don't know. You know what I mean? And if they're gonna get got, like. Mistake, I should have done that. Also, yeah, I listened to a bit of K-pop. I think I started with Blackpink because that's the music my friend was listening to at the time. She was the one who introduced me to K-pop. But I was just about to say, the other way in what it sounds like, the first souls she connected to with the 2 girls was Zoe and Mira. Because like everyone else was so hypnotized by the boys. Like the first people she got through to in the crowd was Zoe and Mira. Oh my god! I didn't notice that detail before. The two girls, they're literally on opposite sides of the arena, and when Rumi is walking forward and she's like, I don't know why I didn't understand, I don't know why I didn't trust you to be on my side, and then it frames outwards, you see two dots of blue light on either side of the stadium. It's the girls. I didn't notice that detail before. So she's standing at this point and they're over the other 2 points. It's just like, I didn't notice that detail before. The two dots, the two souls that she's connected to are Mira and Zoe. And they're literally glowing in the dark. That's so cool. I did not notice that. I need to watch this movie again, I swear to fuck. All the little details I'm still picking up on. Can't go back. Broken glass. Oh, shit. Play, come on. The broken glass. I forgot the lies, this is what it sounds like. Also, I love that bit of the song where they say the song that we couldn't write, this is what it sounds like. I love that. I love that so much. The entire movie, they're trying to make this song that would make that would fix everything, connect them and connect their fans. It's like, the song we couldn't write, this is what it sounds like. Ugh, I love that. I love that so much. Did you notice with the fight on the train, while they were singing Takedown, Rumi stopped singing a bit by bit, and the more it was approaching to a demon, with no feelings, didn't deserve to live. Exactly. Like, yeah. Because, like, you see her trying so hard with that song, which is just like, I can't remember the lyrics before Demon with No Feelings. But whatever the lyrics were before, like, you see her, like, scrunch her face, she's, like, forcing the words out. Like, with other songs that you've seen her sing earlier in the movie, she has no issues with belting them out. But when it comes to this song, she's, like, you can see in her face, she's forcing herself to sing it. But then the closer she has to say, demons with no feelings don't deserve to live. Because it's not about the demon in front of her in that moment. It's not about that demon. It's probably a little bit about Junyu, but, like, it's mostly about herself in that particular moment, because, again, Junyu isn't there in the moment. The demon in front of her right now is just, like, the generic demon of the week that they've dealt with 1,000 times before. Like, that's the same kind of demon that they had up on the plane, that none of them had an issue with beating, before. Where, like, remember on the plane, there was the big red dude. He was clearly the leader of that little gang. He was a big red dude, and literally, like, on the train, it was another one of those big red dudes that he was, like, swinging a club or something at her. Like, it wasn't the demon that got in her way in that moment. As you point out, it's the song. It's the closer she got to demon with no feelings don't deserve to live. In that moment, she's talking about herself. She's like, I can't say it because I'm a fucking demon. I'm part demon. I have feelings. Don't I deserve to live? Isn't it okay for me to live? Like, you know what I mean? Like, and, like, in this particular moment as well, is like, her life is in danger as well. So, like, in a moment where she has to defend her own life, like, not just, like, she has to defend everybody else's life, but she is also in the moment defending her own life. And then she has to sing about how demons don't deserve to live when she's part demon. So, like, it's contradictory to, like, everything. Oh my god, and the glow got brighter. Oh, I think my favorite part of the song as well is the bit where she says undefined and defiant, because I think defiant kind of defines the three of them. Because like Mira especially is defiant. Like her whole shtick is that she was a quote unquote wild child, so she was defiant of her parents from the beginning for years now. So she's like especially defiant, and then like you know what I mean. Like I think defiant is just like a good word for all three of the girls. Also, out of the three weapons, I think Mira's weapon is the one I love the most. He's just like it's a giant scythe spear thing. It's just like the way she like can spin it around. Like there's that one scene where like she like stabs it down somewhere and then like Mira like uses it to like circle around or something. Like the way they, I love that weapon. I think that's my favorite weapon of the three girls. Like Rumi's my favorite girl, but I do love Mira and I love her weapon. What is her weapon? Like a spear, but like it's so much more than a spear to me. It's funny that Zoe's weapon means she has to get in the closest. Because at least with like Mira's and Rumi's, they have some distance between them and the demons. But Mira's are literally just like fans or daggers or something. So it's like she has to like be up close and personal to a cunt to like stab them. We're still survivors. Oh, and the moment when all three of them reunite, and like in that moment, the Hunyun gets recreated, like in part at least. I love this song so much, and then seeing all the souls, I like. And seeing like all the blue of the souls of the crowd, like the way like it kind of fans out, like the way like the souls are slowly being connected to again, and like the way she looks dead at Junyu, and he's just like you look at like if I could pause it, yeah, the other demons are scowling, they're yeah, like they look angry, like I think that's romance. Yeah, Romance and Baby, both of them specifically, they're scowling. They look angry, like especially Romance. Like he's gritting his teeth and his eyes are glowing, like stronger than the others. And then Baby, he looks angry. And the two in the back, I don't know, they're not really emoting that much. But with obviously with Mystery, his eyes are covered in shit, so like we don't really get a lot of him. But like Mystery or not Mystery, Romance and Baby look fucking angry. And then Junyu, like, his eyes are, like, pinpointed. And then the more he looks at Mira, the more the eyes, like, widen out. Do you know the way they say, like, your eyes dilate when you're looking at something that you like or something that you love? Like, right now, like, his eyes are, like, pinpointed. Because you know the way, like, cats, like, they have, like, the very narrow eyes? Like, the rest of them have pupils. Like, the rest of them have, like a dot. Like, let me look closer. They have like a slight cat eye. Slight. But he has like full on like cat eyes. He's like full on like uh like his like cat like eyes are like bigger than theirs. Like I don't know how to put it. Like the slits, the slashes. They are like small little slashes, but he has like full eyed slashes. And like they're right now they're narrow, but the more he looks at Rumi, the wider his eyes get. So like more dilated his eyes get. Also, all of their outfits, all of them had like the two girls had like all of the girls had like blacks in their outfits, but then when they like meet, when they reunite, all three of them, they're like, "I'll be by your side." The two girls that still had the black in their outfits, both of them transformed into all of their outfits transformed to completely white outfits. Do you think the Demon King has a physical body? Honestly, like If he's Rumi's dad, he would have to have a physical form. He would have to have one. Also, the bit where all the rest of the demons like run out to like fight the girls, and Junyu just stands there. Undefined, this is what it sounds like. Fucking the Demon King growing like eyebrows and eyes. Jesus. This is what it sounds like. Yeah, so it's the people who had like the look of shock about them. What? Yeah, it's Baby and Mystery, I believe. Yeah, that's Mystery. The dude who has his hair covering his eyes. So both Baby and Mystery are both gawking at the scene, and like the part that I forgot to talk about as well is like where she's like covered in light and she's like running forward, where they're like where the three girls are gaining power from the crowd because they're singing along. I think that's kind of cool. The idea that like the crowd singing along to the song helps with the Hunyun is like part of it. Like before this, we haven't really seen that. You know what I mean? Like we've seen the girls singing, but we haven't really seen the crowd singing with them or singing the song for them. You know what I mean? Yeah, Mystery died as well, though. Also, the visual gag of the girl's eyes turning to popcorn. We can't go back. I'm in the broken glass. See not the lies, this is what it sounds like. Inside our heads. Undefined, this is what it sounds like. Not the lies, this is what it sounds like. This is what it sounds like. This is what it sounds like. Also, at the very end, when they're flying, is it like a huntress thing or a demon thing? Because like we saw earlier in the Soja song where they're singing "I'll Be Your Idol," the boys started floating in the air. But then again, in the very first scene of the movie, the girls deliberately like free fall from a plane with no parachute and land without a single scratch. Like, so like, is it a huntress thing or a demon thing? The detail of all three girls wearing white. And the rainbow Hunyun. And how were they in the air at the end? Exactly, like how? Because like, it's either a demon thing or it's a... Oh, that's a detail I didn't notice before. I love their outfits at the end, goddamn. But like, and you know the funny thing is that like the best part about it is that like because their whole marketing is Huntrix, and so like they probably like it's probably like their band lore that they hunt demons and so on and so forth, and like in the modern age the whole like fight your demons thing would be like your mental health. You know what I mean? Like people would write off the whole like we fight our demons thing. The lyrics stuff they'd write it off as like, oh, they mean like, you know, fight for your betterment, your mental health and everything, which is absolutely integral and everything, part of it as well. But like they mean like literally, they're like, yeah, beat the shit out of the demon of the week. But like the lyrics of the song is like, oh yeah, they mean like depression, which sure it's the case, but it's so funny to think about. But because their marketing is hunters, that they hunt demons, like literally that's the whole. And I'm not just talking about the fact that they actually do hunt demons. I'm talking about like their brand as K-pop artists is Huntrix, and so it's probably part of the Huntrix brand about demons and fighting demons and all this sort of stuff. So they can literally like come out after the fact and be like, oh, so like they could basically just quote unquote tell the truth and say it was all a marketing ploy. You know what I mean? They can go, oh, so the breakup on stage was the two hunters of the group, Mira and Zoe, both realizing that their fellow huntress, Rumi, was part demon. You know what I mean? Like, because obviously we know that wasn't actually Rumi, and that wasn't actually Zoe and and Mira, but like they can literally just say it was all like a marketing thing, like a because like the boys came out, like literally the boys like, oh, isn't it so sad that the Huntrix has broken up? We're sad about it too. Why don't you come to our concert over here? And then what did they come out looking like? Demons. Claws, the eyes, the purple skin, and patterns on the body, and all this. You know, and then they're like, I'll be your idol, and all the flames and all that. Like, because like, we got told earlier on, in the very first scene, where like, it's like, that was so cool when there was that guy in the crowd, and you like, dusted him, and it's like such cool special effects, you know, like, literally telling us from straight from the beginning that like regular people would automatically write it all off as special effects. So it's like, because their whole shtick as K-pop artists is, we're the Huntrix and we hunt demons, they could just tell a version of the truth and it would work. You know what I mean? They could just say the Soulja Boys, because like here's the thing, the Soulja Boys came and then they left. Do you know what I mean? So like, oh yeah, the Soulja Boys, they came in, because like literally one of the things with the Soulja Boys is like, oh, we're so grateful for the Huntrix for being so supportive of us, and they've helped us out so much. You know what I mean? Like it was them like rubbing salt into the wound or whatever. But you can literally like come back around now and be like, yeah, the reason why the Huntrix were helping out the Soulja Boys is because they were going to play the demon boy band for the Huntrix. You know what I mean? Like, because like they can literally say it was all marketing. It was all you know. Am I wrong for thinking Bobby could have run on stage stopping Zoe and Mira from pushing Rumi? Honestly, I think he was just shocked, because to him at this point, like, yeah, there was some tension between the girls, but he didn't realize it was to this extent. Honestly, like, I think he was just kind of frozen in shock. And then, like, the next time we see him, he's out in the street, and, like, literally his worst fear that the Demon King, like, whispers in his ear is, you couldn't keep them together. And then he gets got, and it's like, damn, that was his biggest fear. Like, for Mira, it was that she wasn't allowed to have a family, even a found family. For Zoe, it was something similar. It was like, you're not allowed, no one will care about you because you're too much for people. You know, as like for Bobby, it was the girls. Losing the girls and them losing each other. Like him losing them and them losing each other. That was his biggest fear. Holy shit. Like, he's such a sweetheart. God damn it. Also, he's only being paid 3%. How much is 3%? Like, is that a lot? Like, my guy needs to be paid more. These girls are making bank, and he's a sweetheart. He's like, was it him that was like, I will only accept 3% because I don't want to exploit you girls? Like, maybe, but like, he's such a sweetheart. I love him. And also another thing as well is that like I think his thing is that he wanted to feel needed by them as well. Depends on how much they are making. Honestly, the show makes it seem like that they're like one of the top people. And not to mention, we don't really know how long they've been operating as a K-pop group since for a while now. Because like it makes it seem like they're well established. So how long is well established? Like 5 years, 2 years. You know, if they were making billions, he's probably making. If they are making billions, he's probably making millions. Honestly, I'm thinking that as well. Also, someone is pointing out that Rumi is the only one that doesn't have a tassel, and I don't know what that means. She doesn't have. She's the only one who doesn't have a tassel. So apparently, yeah. So this image is showing Zoe and Mira having a tassel, but Rumi not having one. Which, again, I don't know what the tassel is then, and why she's the only one that doesn't have one. Also, I love that bit where when they're trying to figure out takedown, they like Mira like hits like a demon and like it bounces around and it makes like a sound, and they're like, oh, "That's the beat," and then Zoe's like, "For sure," and I was just like, because like you know how like the singing helps with the demon thing, because the singing is the Hunyun, so you understand how the singing helps with the demon hunting. But now you get to see how the demon hunting helps with the singing. You know, how the demon hunting helps with the K-pop. You know what I mean? Like, the idea that, like... Because, like, it's one thing for the singing to be useful for the demon hunting, because part of the demon hunting is the singing. But then to see how the demon hunting is actually really useful for the K-pop side of things, it's like, that's actually really cool. Because, like, you know how it goes one way, but to learn how it went the other way as well is really cool. The yellow things on their weapons. Yeah, like little tassels. Apparently Zoe's the only, or Rumi's the only one that doesn't have one for some reason. But that's not a detail I know on my own though. Like that's online somewhere, and I'm like, I don't know why that is. That like the tassels were never really brought to attention. Rumi doesn't have one in the video I saw. That was funny. The bit where the demon was bounced around, or the bit where they're like, "Oh, that's what our beat is." Also, Celine, whatever the fucking adoptive mother is, she failed all three girls in every regard. Not just Rumi. Like, if you actually that moment where they're like, "Oh, should we call Celine and ask her for her advice on this or something?" And they're like, "Oh, sure, we already know what she'll say," and she'll say, uh, "Cover your flaws and don't let your like insecurities and flaws be seen." And then after that, they're like, after they were done like kind of joking, they're like, "Yeah, but no, seriously, we should not tell her. Like, we should fix this ourselves, and she should never know about it." It's like, as a mentor, you have failed if your mentees are like, "Yeah, we cannot rely on her. We cannot like ask her for help on this. She will ring us through the coals. That's not happening. We're not doing it." You know what I mean? Like, you have failed as just as a mentor, alone as a mentor. If your mentees are like, "Nope, not going to her. Absolutely fucking not happening. Not doing it." Because like, there's this saying when it comes to parenting. Well, it's not really a saying, but like someone was kind of saying, like I saw this like on a parenting thing once, where it was just like, I don't want my kids to like, "Oh no, I don't want to go to mom," or "I don't want to go to dad, they'll kill me." What I want them to do is go, "I'm going to go to mom," or "I'm going to go to dad, they will help with this." Because what's a teenager going to do when a situation happens? They'll just make it worse. Or they'll get themselves into even worse trouble. Whereas if their first thought is, I'm going to go to such and so parent, they'll help me with this. You know what I mean? Like, that's the reaction you want. You don't want them going, no, we should never go to X parents because they'll kill us. You know what I mean? That's not the reaction you want. What you want is for them to go, let's go to mom, let's go to dad. They'll help us with this. Because we need help with this, and we need an adult. So let's go to an adult who would actually fucking be on our side and help us out. Right? And, like, that's the reaction you want. And I know these are not teenagers. They're not kids. But, like, the fact that they were abstinent, they were very serious and all in mutual agreement that going to Cerise was the absolute non-existent option. They're like, no, fuck no, hell no, never, not gonna happen this lifetime or the next. Or when Cerise forced Rumi to hide her patterns again. I swear to fuck, she needs a good beating. Because to tell Zoe and Mira that it was just the Demon King tricking them, more lies was not going to fix it. Like, that bit where Rumi is straight up suicidal, and she's straight up just like, just kill me. And the thing is, like, you have to know that it had to be more than just that moment. You know what I mean? Like, she's probably been struggling with, you know, with those kinds of thoughts for years. Because here's the thing, when I first saw that scene where she was a child and she, like, picked up her sleeve to look at her patterns, it's like, everything with patterns, we kill everything with patterns, or something like that. So the line was something like that. And she goes, you're not one of them, or, like, put those away, or whatever. I'm just like, you have to think about it. Like, if I'm Rumi, and I was raised, like, half demon, half huntress, and I'm told, like, as a huntress, you hunt demons, and demons deserve to die, and all these things, and once this Hunyun goes golden, your powers will be sealed, or whatever, your demon side will be sealed. On some level, you have to consider the idea, what if sealing the Hunyun golden would have just straight up killed Rumi? Like, what if it's literally the death of her? You know what I mean? Like, they're assuming that her demon side gets sealed and her patterns go away. But what if it's literally just the death of her? Like, what if that, like, she just falls over? Like, she's just gone. You know what I mean? Like, on some level, she must have been thinking about that since she was a child. That either the golden Hunyun will either seal her demon side away, and so she doesn't have patterns anymore, so she can actually live her life and, like, get to hang out with her friends without, you know, ever letting them know about being part demon, or she'll just keel over and it will kill her. And at some point, the keeling over and dying bit would stop being something that she's scared of and start becoming something of, well, it'll start becoming a thought of, well, either way, I'll be free. So it's either I'll be free of the patterns, or I'll be free of this life, and so I won't have to confront my friends with the fact that I lied to them for years. So it's either I'll be free of it and I'll never have to tell them, or I'll be dead and I'll never have to tell them. So either way, I'll be free. I was just like, you know what I mean? Like, because my very first thought is, why are you assuming that her powers will be sealed? Why is the assumption not, what if she keels over? What if it kills her? You know, because, like, the thing is, like, it's a seal, and it will stop the demons that are, it will, because the thing is, like, in the past when we saw it, we see it push the demons down and seal them. Like, literally, like, they were above the ground, and the seal pushed them under the ground, and then forced them to stay under the ground. So how do we know that wouldn't have happened to both Junyu and Rumi? Because, like, we got to see that flashback, but Rumi didn't. So she's assuming, because, like, she was told all her life, Golden Hunyun will seal your powers and you'll be free. What if it turned around and did that to her? Both her and Junyu are here like, you know, we'll stay on this side of it and we should be fine. Like, once the demons are sealed away, we can just stay here. But what if the Golden Hanyu just does what it did to the demons of the past and just pushes the two of them down underneath the ground, and now they're sealed underneath it and they can't come up anymore? Because I was just saying, what if it killed her? But what if it didn't? What if it pushes her into the underworld with the rest of the demons and seals her there? And as far as as far as Zoe and Mira is concerned, Rumi just vanished. She just fucking disappeared. And that scene where Celine... I can't. There's so many things about it. The moment where she picks Rumi back up off the ground, and then she goes to cup her face and then doesn't. I'm like, because you can see it. You can see the fact that Rumi registers that she's refusing to touch her. You know what I mean? She took the sword away from her or something, and she's like, no. Like, she refused to at least acknowledge the whole suicide thing, the Sudoku thing, and then put the cloth around her. I was like, oh, we'll continue to hide it, and then she touched the coat or whatever she put on her, the cloth, and then held her arms to the cloth. Like, in that moment is when I realized she doesn't actually touch Rumi herself. She touches the clothing. You know what I mean? Like, even in the past, she pulls down the shirt, but she doesn't actually touch Rumi. She's touching the shirt. And in the future, she wraps her in the cloth and then picks her up with the cloth, and then doesn't actually touch her face. Goes to cup her face and then doesn't actually touch her. It's just because you know for a fact Rumi picked up on that. Rumi picked up on the fact oh, she won't touch me. She wrapped the thing around me, told me to cover up again, and only touched the cloth that she wrapped on me, and then refuses to touch my face. It doesn't have any clothing on it. You know, she was refusing to touch my skin whatsoever. What else was with that moment as well? And this is something that I didn't even cop when I was watching it, but I was watching something else and they pointed out, and it's a really good detail that I didn't even consider. Do you know the tree where Celine is the entire movie? Whenever we see her, she's at that tree. And then there's ribbons and stuff hanging off the tree. The idea that this person had was that the ribbons are representative of all the other girls, all the other trios from across time. And I was like, that's something I didn't even consider, that those ribbons are every single girl group tied a ribbon onto the tree. I never considered that, but that would make a lot of sense. And you know something else as well is the scene where Rumi is the scene where Yerwan and Rumi are at her mom's grave. In the background, you can see the tree, and then when you're at the tree and you're looking back, you can see a lot of graves. So in other words, not only is the place where they hang a ribbon onto the tree to represent them as a girl group, but that's their burial ground as well. All the trio of girls are buried in that graveyard. It's Rumi's mom is buried there, and one day Rumi and the girls will be buried there. I didn't pick up on that. That wasn't a detail I picked up on at all. I wasn't even thinking about that. I was thinking about the words and the scene and the characters. I wasn't thinking about the tree and the ribbons and the fucking graves. I don't even think I registered the graves. And then I didn't even register the tree in the background of the grave scene with with mom. Because I saw that scene with the grave with Rumi's mom, and I just immediately assumed it was just any cemetery, just somewhere. It was a cemetery somewhere. I didn't realize until watching that video that it was the same location. That in the scene with the tree, you see the graves, and in the scene where they're sitting at Rumi's mom's grave, you see the tree in the background. Like, goddamn. And those 3 girls will be buried in that graveyard one day. And I think for the likes of, the likes of Mira, whose whole shtick was, I don't get to have a found family. Because, like, we know, like, her family, like, the rich source, would have their own kind of, like, would have their own, family burial site, you know what I mean? Like, their ancestral burial site. Like, they probably have, like, an ancestral home and all this sort of stuff. So, like, whatever she did to the family, they probably, like, were like, you're too much of a wild child, you're disowned or whatever, and, like, she wouldn't be allowed to be buried in that burial ground. But now she has a new burial ground with her fellow huntress sisters, not just Zoe and Rumi, but every other huntress trio that's ever existed. You know what I mean? Not to mention, this is my theory now, because it makes sense to me. What if that tree is the very same location of where the 3 girls, the first 3 girls, because remember the first 3 girls, we like see them and they're like spinning and they're circling and they're staying in this like one circle and they make the new Hunyun. They make the first Hunyun. What if that tree and that location is like that place, that village, and that where the tree is where they first created the Hunyun? So that would make sense to me. It's like, why else? Where else would they have like done that? Made their burial grounds and planted this giant tree where they like put all the ribbons on it and all this stuff. Like, why? What else would it be? There has to be the location of where they started the Hunyun. So that has to be it. So that like village where they first like came out and saved people, and they did their spinny little dance and they made the first Hunyun. That has to be the location of the burial grounds. The weapons are similar when they compare them to the old ones. The old ones we saw with the first group, we saw one of them was like ribbons, I think. One of them was arrows, bow and arrows, and I'm blanking on the other one. So, and then there's like, because like I was gonna say like maybe it's like a case like one girl has like a medium range weapon, one girl has a long range weapon, and another girl has like a close range weapon. But honestly, that's not really the case with the girls in the future, with the 3 in the main 3, the Huntrix 3, because like Rumi has a sword, and it's a long sword, and then like it transforms into like a spear, or not a spear, like a scythe, which is still a sword, but it's a thicker sword now. I think the length is the same, or either way, it's still like a long enough of a sword. And then Mira's is a spear. It's almost 2-bladed, honestly. I said almost. But it's a long range weapon as well. Like, it's not as long ranged as a bow and arrow is, obviously. A bow and arrow is the longest ranged. But like, it's still a long range weapon because like you can keep a distance between you and your enemy. Whereas with Zoe's, hers is up close and personal because they're kind of like daggers / fan. You know what I mean? Because like we see her throw them, and then we see her kind of like slice them. So they're like daggers that she can like fan out into like a fan. So they're throwing daggers basically. Both Zoe can also throw hers, yeah. So like she can like use them as a fan to like shield or guard or whatever, but then throw them like a knife and like slice like a knife as well. So like hers are basically throwing stars or throwing daggers, which is fucking badass. When you're fighting demons and your other 2 people are using a sword and a spear and you're there with fucking daggers, like that's more badass if you if you ask me. But goddamn. But is there anything else you want to say? Okay. I was gonna ask actually, why is Zoe your favorite girl? Or is there no particular reason? Like, I was thinking about it myself. I was like, I don't think I have a particular reason for Rumi. I think it's just like I like the purple hair, and I like the storyline around her. Do you have a particular reason why you like Zoe? But I love Mira as well. Don't get me wrong. I love all three of the girls. Like, I relate to Zoe most when they say she tries most to please people. So it's the people pleaser aspect. And it's funny as well, like, cause like Zoe is a people pleaser, but then Mira is kind of like the opposite of a people pleaser. She's like, she kind of goes out of her way um, to be aggressive, because like she's kind of like, if you're not gonna like me, then I'd rather it be because of my piece of shit attitude rather than because you don't like me. I like when you keep typing the Demon King's name, and I keep forgetting how it's actually said. So I just keep calling him the Demon King. It's like, so I don't know how to say it. I can't remember how they said it in the movie. Like when the Demon King said, "You're giving too much and too little." I know. Oh god, poor Zoe. Like, it's like you can tell immediately like she is a child of divorce, and that she was kind of like torn between not just like America and Korea, but probably between her parents as well, where they're just kind of like tearing her apart, piece by piece by piece by piece. Where they're just like, those that like you give too much and too little. So like with one parent, she was probably trying to like be what she thought either parent wanted her to be, and ended up kept guessing wrong. I'd say like, what if it's like she she's with the dad, and she's like kind of low energy or whatever, but then he's given out to her for being so like low energy, and it's like, how dare you like not care or whatever. And then she goes to the moms, and she tries to be high energy and like all peppy and smiles and happy or whatever, because like the dad just gave out to her for, you know, not being happy enough or whatever. But then the mom was like, you're too much, you're too happy, you're too this, like you're too energetic, like why can't you just be more serious or whatever. And it's like, so she's constantly like, back and forth between what she thinks they want of her, and she tries to act the way they think they want of her, but then like they keep changing the goalposts. It's like, before her mom was giving out that she was too peppy, and now she's being serious, but now the mom is going, you're too serious, you should relax, or you should like, you know, smile more or whatever. And then she goes to the dad, and she tries to be low energy, or she tries to be high energy for him, because he was complaining before that she wasn't high energy, but now he's like, I'm too overwhelmed with XYZ, you're too much energetic, like go away, leave me alone, whatever. And so because they were constantly changing the goalposts on her, she just was constantly scrambling. And the funny thing is, I can see that from Mira as well, that like her parents, because they're seem to be like rich pricks, that they would also be constantly changing the goalposts as well, and assuming that the goalposts that they keep changing is like not that big a deal when it really is, like all the time. I gotta kind of explain why they get along so well, those two specifically. Like obviously they're not getting along with Rumi that well, in the sense of like we see how well Zoe and Mira get on because they're actually allowed to like be themselves with each other, but like Mira can't be herself with them the way they can be with themselves with each other, because like obviously because Rumi has to keep her walls up, go off stream, but it's been fun. Honestly, I've been meaning. I wanted to go off as well because it's 3 o'clock in the morning for me. So I was just like, I wanted to ask you, like, was there anything left you wanted to say so that we would get that off the table? And I'm like, right, I'm gonna go now. So I'm gonna go now. Thank you for being here. Glad we were able to talk about K-pop, Demon Hunters. I'll be streaming again Friday, so make sure to catch me Friday. I'll see you then. Okay. See ya. Thank you for being here.